Hello again, Terry Caliendo of Dedicated Managers with another fun and exciting update. So in the last video, I talked about some just this bug that I fixed and moving some stuff around. Then there were some minor updates that are not really of any concern. This is just removing console.log everywhere, which I was using for debugging, and that was a comment update somewhere. Then it gets into the next big change that I made is where I'm continuing to abstract out entities so that I can add them more easily. So I can work on them more easily as nesting entities. So this whole branch here, I didn't know if it was going to work out, so I decided to branch in case I needed to come here. And I branched out and said, now I'm going to start working on trying to nest entities within each other. So that's a whole new set of abstraction and whatnot. So first thing I had to do was this, where I abstracted the route that is redirected to. So if we take a look at what the changes were, before I had it hard-coded that if the entity type was related child or primary relative caregiver, that's what I would redirect to, use to redirect. But now this is hard-coded stuff. So again, this is, if I add a new entity, I have to go and find all the different places where that new entity would go. And so I'd have to add another, if statement here and hard-code it in, which I don't want to do. So I ended up doing a simple change where I took that out and I make the replace based on the full path. So I realized that, I'm just redirecting back to where I already was, because the path, the path for related child was already /child/ and it was add for when it was adding new, and then all I have to do is take out that add and put in the new docref ID. So that's what I'm doing here. I take the route that was there before, and I can show that in, so if I do /client/add, that's the route that adds the new entity for this entity type, that's in the code, and I need to do better with that too. But so anyway, that add, and remember when I click add here, I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to redirect to the actual. It's going to add the new client, and then it's going to redirect to that client's ID. So when I hit enter, it creates the client, hopefully, and then it redirects to the ID of that. So that's what's actually happening right here. Is so I'm just looking for that add that was there. So it was this. It was that. I look for that add. I subtract the add. I do a router replace. I do a replace on it, and then well, I can't get it back, but then replace it with the that ID. So again, that's where the doc ID is coming in. I'm taking out the add with the replace. I'm replacing it with nothing. I suppose I could replace it with the docref ID, but I replace it with nothing, and then I add docref ID to the end, which is basically the same thing. So that was a small change there, and that was just allowing me to get that these hard-coded entity types and get them out of another file, and just base it on what's happening, so that it's easier to add new entities in the future. So I'll take a stop there. That's a quick one, 4 minutes. I'm proud of myself. So maybe you can get through that one. Again, Terry Caliendo, Dedicated Managers. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the notes or reach me at www.dedicatedmanagers.com. Have a great day and happy coding.